And we're back again with another video. Forgive my voice today. It is gone from talking so much this week. I know I need to shut up. My wife is very happy that my voice is going away. And today we're at Best Buy. I'm waiting for them to open because I'm going to go get the new Insta360 Ace Pro. I'm hoping they've got it in. It says they might be able to at least get it by tomorrow. And I want to get that thing bought, paid for, of something to return that somebody didn't want for their birthday. So that is gonna happen in a few minutes, but I've got some time to knock out to share something with you that I think is pretty hilarious when it comes to the car flippers. So let's jump in the Scat Pack and have a conversation that it's just a fun conversation, that's all. It's not any serious, you know, let's thrash on a dealer dance or anything like that. This is just how interesting this market has been, and how sometimes there are people out there that they love to gamble a lot, and this guy's gambling a lot. And before we get started, I thought I'd share this with you because I get a lot of messages and even comments, people saying, well, what kind of camera are you using? How can I start a YouTube channel? What's the best camera to get? And I'll just share with you real fast, because since I'm here at Best Buy, I'm gonna pick up a camera, another camera. I've been using a Sony FX3 with a 10 to 18 lens and a fancy microphone, and I will tell you, that thing, I think I'm into that thing for like $5,000 or $6,000. It's ridiculous. In this last few months, I've started to use my Insta360 Go 3, and I love this thing. And this video is not sponsored by them at all. I will put an affiliate link in the description below, but this is my go-to camera now. I use my big camera sometimes, but I would challenge you all to be able to identify which videos are done with which camera, because this thing is a beast for the little tiny camera. Check this thing out. It's freaking tiny. See if you can see yourselves in it. You see yourselves in there? It's this little tiny camera with a little flip up screen, and this thing pops out, so I can take that out and go do videos anywhere and be able to see remotely from this. It's got a magnet. Just like pop it back in there, and I'm back in business. This thing is amazing, and they've come out with black now, and they just came out with an Insta360 Ace Pro, which works outstanding in low light, which is all I need, because this little camera does not do well in low light. My big $6,000 camera does. Well, now Insta360 came out with this Ace Pro, which is phenomenal in low light. So we're doing night drives and stuff, and I'm going to be filming my daughter's car hopefully this weekend with Christmas lights on and everything else, and I don't want to haul that giant camera around. So I'm going to get that Ace Pro, and then between this little thing and that little tiny thing, I will have the two perfect cameras, both that fit in my pocket, that have great battery life, great memory, great video, and now they have good audio. So that's what I'm doing with these things. And next video, I am going to share with you all, I'm going to answer the question, and the timing's perfect, on the subject of how much I made in 2023 on YouTube, and how this small business has pretty much paid for a full free Scat Pack since I started officially about 4 years ago. And of course it's paid for my cameras and stuff like that, but those are all small expenses. And I think at the very least, maybe it'll motivate and inspire some of you, but more so I want to help everyone understand that when they're talking in the comments and questioning some of the financial decisions I've made with buying some of these cars, and a recent one bashing on me about losing money on this car as though I'm losing sleep about that. No, you lose money on cars. That's what happens. It's no big deal. I want you to see why it balances out, why this YouTube thing works it out, and maybe inspire some of you to go pick up a camera and start shooting videos. Rather than commenting negativity below, turn your own camera on, share your opinion. If you don't like my opinion, get your opinion out there. Instead of complain, do something. So hopefully that next video will inspire some of you to go out there, because it's a nice little chunk of change that I get every single month, because I'm fortunate to have all of you watch this video. So now let's go ahead and jump right in and talk about this flipper, the flipper of all flippers, the biggest flipper of cars that I have ever seen. Just arrived on eBay a few weeks ago, and I am blown away by what this guy's doing. I don't know, maybe it was longer than that, but nonetheless, he's there. So let me share this with you. I'll put up on the screen. So this gentleman has 5 cars that he's bought. One, I don't know if he just bought it or bought it in 2020, but it's brand new. So a 2020 and some brand new cars. And I have to suspect that this guy has to be a dealer. He has to be an owner of a dealership somewhere to where he's able to get these cars, you know, completely unprepped and untouched, and put them up on eBay to sell them for $1.2 million. He just dropped the price, finally getting to something that's more affordable, to $1.15 million. So let me read this to you, and I'll put up the screen the pictures of the cars, because this is just too much. All right, he writes, I am selling a 2020 Hellcat Red Eye wide body indigo blue, 2023 Hellcat wide body jailbreak F8 green, a 2023 Black Ghost, a 2023 Dodge Demon Sublime with black hood, 2024 Camaro ZL1 Panther convertible. All cars are still in the wrapper, never dealer prepped, never driven on street or track. Here's a chance to own 5 of the best muscle cars in 2020 to 2024. Proof of funds mandatory. Had to put mileage at 300 per eBay. Went to Stellantis plant in Brampton, Canada, and watched the Demon get built. Have all the pics to go with the car. Put in your collection, only to go up in value over the years. Clear title, just waiting on delivery on the Demon 170. So this guy bought all 5 of these cars with zero intention to drive them, zero intention to own them for any amount of time, 100% just to flip them. Like, I get people out there picking up the 170s who got them at MSRP and they're flipping, and yeah, it's irritating, but you know, they're just grossing a bunch of money off of people that are actually going to drive the car, when I'd rather you all who would pay MSRP get the car and drive the car. But this guy went out of his way to go and snag 5 of these cars. Now, here's the deal. All of these cars, MSRP, are right around $100,000. So at $1.150 million, that means he's trying to make $650,000, right? Yep. So about $500,000 in cars, 1.150, start at 1.2 million. He's trying to make $700,000. I don't know about you all. I mean, I've sold real estate for 30 years, man. I've made profit on houses. I made $250,000 on one house. Now, I had to sit on it for 2 years, but I made $200,000 tax-free, or $250,000 tax-free on that house. It was a glorious, glorious time. I think I was barely 30 years old when that happened. And that was a big windfall. And it wasn't planned. I figured if I can at least maybe make $50,000, I would sell that thing. 2 years later, $250,000. This guy's going in. Talk about bravery. Buys $500,000 in cars, and he's hoping someone out there who falls for the narrative that these cars are going to go up in value. And we can fight about that all you want. Go back, watch my other videos, and you'll see why. You've got to wait. You're going to have to wait 30 plus years to see these things appreciate above what the markups are right now. So with this guy taking a $650,000 scoop off the top, whoever would buy these cars, it would probably take, and I'm just going to guess here, but it might take another generation in his family, maybe 2, for these cars to find their way back to the price that he wants, which is close to $250,000 per car. It's pretty crazy, right? So at over $200,000 per car, every one of these cars would be upside down for probably 2 generations of those people's lifetime. You can argue with me in the comments if you want. Just know respectfully you'll be wrong. And if this guy pulls it off, I mean, you know, I gotta imagine he's gonna be buying a Lamborghini Aventador the next day. But this is bravery, this is boldness, this is brazen, and I will tell you, I would bet anything that this is an owner of a dealer, someone well connected, who was able to get these cars, not have them prepped, and have them actually delivered to him, still in the plastic, and then he went and drove them each 300 miles so he can put them on eBay, and then put the price at 1.2 million. So I just wanted to share this with you all because it is hilarious. Now, you can go into eBay, click add to watch list, which I did, and I'm waiting to see what this guy does, because the reality of it is there's no way in hell this guy is going to get $1.15 million for these cars. But I'm definitely curious to see what happens. And I don't think he's showing bids. It's just 1.150 or best offer. So what do you think about this? What do you think about what's taking place in this crazy car market? Because my feeling is people have gotten, you know, so confused based on the last, you know, 4 years of shortages and markups, and, you know, the last call of these cars, and that they've gotten in their head that appreciating car values is something that's going to be around forever, and it's not. Cars lose value. That's what happens. But to think that someone out there has that kind of money to drop on these 5 cars, these $110,000 cars at the most, is just hilarious. Because I'm thinking no one who doesn't own a car dealership would do such a thing. I can't imagine. I could be totally wrong, and maybe he'll see this video and message me, and I'm thinking about messaging him anyways, but I doubt he's going to tell me who he is. But I gotta think, and I think it's in Florida. Yeah, Clearwater, Florida. You can come pick it up. So go check out that. I'll put the link in the description below so you can go check out the eBay ad. And feel free to message this guy. And it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I've seen flippers, 1 car here. I saw one guy with 2 cars. But this guy's got 5 cars, and he's trying to cash in. I think we've reached the pinnacle of insanity now when we are seeing the flippers trying to make, that is $650,000 in profit. In most places in America, you can buy 2 homes for that level of profit. Where I live, you can buy a quarter of a home because California's stupid. So anyways, with that, everybody, just hope you enjoy this video, and I had to share this with you because some of these things that I see are just downright astonishing. And go follow this guy and on eBay and watch to see what happens. I have a weird feeling he's going to get stuck with most of those cars, and he's going to probably get to the place to where he's going to start letting a few of them go at what he paid for them, just to unravel these things, unless he's a dealer, in which case he'll just stick them on the dealer and try to nail somebody that way. But pretty crazy stuff out there, folks. Please like, subscribe, comment. Don't miss this next video where I will get into the financials of this YouTube channel, how all of my dealership beatings this last year and all those videos fleshed out financially for me. Some of you may think it's stupid because it's not that much money. Some of you may think, man, that's a lot of damn money for shooting videos in your car this last year. I feel like in the middle that it's been a tremendous win for me in offsetting my expenses with my cars while creating, building, and owning a small business that allows for tremendous tax advantages. All that on the next video. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye. All right, let's go in Best Buy and see if they got this camera.